Inquisitor.
Hi, Harriet.
The Arcanist has arrived.
You should see for yourself.
How do you feel about her, Farrett? Harriet? Sorry. I'm just changing your name. I take it she brought some decor with her. Charming. Where is she?
Hello there.
Hi. You totally could have had.
Let's figure out what you need.
I know, right? You could have just had all that in the cutscene.
You're the magical advisor?
Oh, you're her. The Inquisitor.
Indeed.
Dagna. Arcanist Dagna.
Hi, Dagna.
It's an honor, your worship. Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty.
Of course you would find it pretty.
Which was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
I love Dagmar. Not as much as I love Lace Harding, but she's just entertaining if nothing else. Welcome to the Inquisition. There's my button there.
I welcome you to the Inquisition and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Harris
It's
devices.
adorable.
Precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old.
Don't tell Harriet that. Oh dear,
No
he heard.
disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Almost. Almost. Lovely. Let's investigate good old Dagna. What are your skills? Wait, yeah, you're a dwarf. Where did you study magic?
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not anymore.
You think?
I had to start at a circle.
Interesting
I
place
had
of choice.
help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. Wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
Cool. I love Dagna. Let's look at your title. What are your skills? Why did you agree to join us?
You were quick to join the Inquisition. Is there something you want?
How could I waste a chance to get close to you? And Corypheus, my goodness. And actual physical rifts in the Veil. Also, dwarves, we don't dream. So, when mages talk about it, I can only...
You don't dream?
dream what it would be like.
Wow.
So there's that, and all
supposed to
the
be
things
restful.
you'll probably find, and what I'll get to make. The rules are different here. Plus, you're paying me a lot. Like, wow, so much.
Am I? Ha, it's news to me. Oh gosh. You noticed the anchor?
You seemed impressed by the anchor. What does it look like to you?
I heard what everyone says what you heard Corypheus say. It's a long chain of who said what's. To me, it says key. But keys do a lot of things. Open, lock, switch. Some open one thing, some open everything. It sounds like Corypheus made it to open. But it looks like you can use it to close. It may be that simple.
It's a nice way of looking at it.
It's pretty. Wish I could see through it.
A Grey Warden helped you.
You mentioned a Grey Warden who helped you start your studies.
Not any Grey Warden. The Grey Warden. The hero
Wow, I
of
don't remember that
Ferelden is a
part.
hero in Orzammar, too. It's incredible that someone like the hero of Ferelden would stop to help the little people.
That's the character you play in the first game. Oh, you're having a joke at your own expense. That's adorable. You must have learned that will sound special. You gave up your home son for something from now. Oh God, don't say that.
You gave up so much, left your home. Was it really that amazing?
Yes. I left my home and my family, but I just knew I could be more than a smith. I wish my people weren't stuck in the past. and I
Oh,
regret that my
okay. So
father
you were in the
couldn't
Smith
imagine another
cast,
life.
and that's
But I don't
how you
regret
started.
that.
Gotcha. You must have learned a lot.
Your years of study have paid off.
Oh yes, the mages said I brought a valuable perspective. I've even presented my work to the College of Enchanters. I wanted an exchange. The Surface could learn about lyrium smithing, and Orzammar would gain knowledge of magic. But now there's no college. Insofar as the Shaper is concerned, I cast this. So you're getting my best work, Inquisitor. Let's make some great stuff.
Absolutely.
The Warden affected you in a special way.
Talk to anyone, they'll say the same. It was a dark time. There was one light. She saved us. She saved me.
Enough excitement.
All right, rein it in. You have work to do.
Right, sorry. I get carried away when I think of it. Ready when you need me.
Can't blame you. Have an item enchanted, have Harriet create a masterpiece. Well, how do I enchant an item?
Mind your step for things, Inquisitor.
I want to have something crafted.
Dagna, show me what you can do.
Do you want fire? The first ask is always fire. It's fire.
Actually,
isn't it?
lightning.
Here's how it
I
goes.
take some lightning,
Bring
please.
me the rare stuff for enchanting or masterworks and prep it here, just like normal. Except it's not. It's manipulation of primal forces. And I'll make sure it goes just right.
Okay.
We'll see. Let's see together.
Okay. Where do I go for that? Craft weapons, craft armor. You do nothing. You do nothing. Is it just like modifying stuff? Modify armor, modify weapons, equip potions, upgrade potions, and that's my Skyhold customization. So I guess I'm just modifying stuff, or am I creating it from scratch? I don't know. Hey, whatever I did it. Oh no, it didn't. That's just rune crafting. Have an item enchanted. I don't know how. Okay, so I guess I just don't have the items required to enchant something. So I guess we'll just be on our way and pretend none of it ever happened.
What can I get you?
What do you think of Dagna?
Any thoughts about our new tenant?
You sure she doesn't own the place? Acts like it.
No offense. It needed work.
And fine work she's done to it. And for you. Don't mind me. Been a lot changed lately.
No kidding.
Cheery as sugared flowers, she is.
Nah. Goodbye, Harriet.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
Okay, well, let's see. Oh, we missed a term. Let's get this experience. The Undercroft. Lovely. 50 XP for me. Where to next? Should we try the gardens? Maybe? Yeah, let's try and find the gardens. Oh, yep. Maybe not. We'll come back to that later. Let's go this way instead. Solace. I'll just read this. Request for resources on the Fade. Regarding your request, as a noted partner of the Inquisition, Lady Montelier has ensured our contacts are quick to reply. The few titles on hand accompany this letter, with the remaining en route from librarians in Valroyo and surrounding. Archivist Bannon. Fade. Oh, it's just a list of interesting books. There are 2 more pages of titles listed beneath. Wow, Solus. How many books did you need?
So much room for whatever was here.
I can't even see the top. Wow, this is an absolutely huge room. Solus!
What can I do for you?
Well, I thought you'd have something interesting to say about developments, but apparently not.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhold. What more can I tell you?
Wow, way to
Cassandra
cockblock me.
and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
I respect you. I'll ask them too. I'm asking you.
You've given me good counsel before. I could use some now.
My apologies, Inquisitor. My poor manners shame me.
Oh dear.
I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
Tell me about the orb. You seem to know a lot about the orb.
I would like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said, that must be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast to destroy the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that had sought release for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
The orb is elven. That's actually a good point. How did he survive?
You said that you believed the orb is elven.
I never would have believed a Divinta mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the archdemon?
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
It's because they're very separate entities. What will he do next, do you suppose?
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
You shamed him when you destroyed Haven. Spoiled his glorious victory. It would be worse to acknowledge that you had done so. He must continue on his course or show weakness. He will return to his plans to throw Olay into chaos, and then conquer it for Tevinter.
You're certain?
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible. Assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to
Yeah,
godhood.
you got a point there.
And can you?
It's a difficult,
The key is understanding this.
idea.
No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or liar. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
What is his power base?
What can you tell
Just
me about
the
the
orb?
source of Corypheus's power?
According to the law, the ancient magistars of Tevinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
So it's a bit of both. Okay, cool.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do with the place. This way usually leads to Cullen's joint, but you can't go there just yet. So, let's head on upstairs and talk to my other pals. Get through door. Is this not? Oh god. That way. Wrong way. You can tell it's been a while since I've played this. Okay, Dorian. My lovely Dorian.
Brilliant, isn't it? One moment you're trying to restore order in a world gone mad. That should be enough for anyone to handle, yes? Then, out of nowhere, an archdemon appears and kicks you in the head. What? You thought this would be easy? No, I was just hoping you wouldn't crush our village like an anthill. Sorry about that. Archdemons like to crush, you know. Can't be helped. Am I speaking too quickly for you?
I was enjoying the show, actually.
I was distracted. That's all.
Distracted? By my wit and charm? I have plenty of both.
No kidding.
How interesting to find someone so aware of his strengths.
I'm a man of many talents. What can I say? I always assumed the Elder One behind the Venatori was a Magister. But this is something else completely.
Yeah.
In Tevinter, they say the Chantry's tales of Magisters starting the Blight are just that. Tales. But here we are.
But it's true.
One of those very Magisters. A dark spawn.
Funny that. They say the Chantry's lying. Wow. Tevinter sucks.
Who does the Imperium
Wait, don't
say
they have their
started
own
the Blight?
black Chantry in Tevinter?
You know how it is. Not us. They say dark spawn were always there. Magisters and the Blight aren't even related. Is that a surprise? No one wants to admit they shit the bed. But if Corypheus is one of the Magisters who entered the Black City and he's dark spawn, what other explanation is there?
There is none. You seem upset. Actually, you did seem upset. He could be lying. You are deceived.
Why does that make you angry?
Because the Imperium is my home. I knew what I was taught couldn't be the whole truth, but I assumed there had to be a kernel of it, somewhere.
That's a good point.
No. It was us all along. We
Well,
destroyed
don't take
the
it to
world.
heart. It was way before you even thought of. Way before, like, your, 5, 10, 20 generations back was even thought of. Don't take it to heart. You're not responsible. It's not destroyed yet. Why whine about it?
Last I checked, the Blights hadn't actually destroyed the world.
Not for lack of trying. If they were more clever, they'd have unleashed something that would really do the job. No one will thank me, whatever happens. No one will thank you either. You know that, yes?
Leadership is a thankless job. Nobody likes a pessimist. I don't need their thanks.
That's not why I'm doing this.
I knew there was something clever about you. All I know is this. Corypheus needs to be stopped. Men like him ruined my homeland. I won't stand by and let him ruin the world.
I like it.
Oh, and congratulations on that whole leading the Inquisition thing, by the way.
I love how it's an afterthought. It's delightful. Okay, Dorian, you got more to say?
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking
Elves
farmers?
owned Halamsharal before they were kicked out. So, that wouldn't surprise me. You disagree. I'll think of something. It had to be done.
Give me time. I'm sure I'll surprise you.
I suspect that's untrue. Unless you strip yourself naked and allow the Chantry to flog you into repentance.
No.
That would surprise me.
It would surprise me
I do
too.
wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Well, I have to admit, Divinity Imperium mages, I mean, yeah, they're a bit weird and obscure, and some do like to use blood magic, but for the most part, I do enjoy the freedom they have with their magic. Is that so terrible? So they rule us next? I doubt that. So long as they're like you. I mean, it's so harmless flirting with Dorian because you can't end up with him, but it's delightful to do it anyway.
If that means they're anything like you, I approve.
Ha! There aren't many mages back home like me.
Which is a shame.
I'd believe that.
I never fit in. Bloodstains are so difficult to clean.
So we're doomed to a future of blood magic then.
Not at first. But you'd be a fool not to see where this could lead. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed. By inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
I would agree with that. Tell me about yourself, lovely Dorian.
It occurs to me that I barely know anything about you.
Beyond my being a mage from Divinity, you mean?
Beyond that?
Yeah, beyond that.
yes.
And beyond my being so charming and well-dressed, which is obvious to anyone.
It's obvious to me.
I'm well aware of your finer qualities. Believe me.
Of course you are. You're a discerning and intelligent woman, after all. Now, what was I talking about? Ah, yes, me.
Your favourite topic.
I am the scion of House Parvis, a product of generations of careful breeding and the repository of its hopes and dreams.
Some way of putting it.
Naturally, I despised it all. The lies, the scheming, the illusions of supremacy. That's Tevinter in a nutshell, isn't it? Needless to say, my family was not happy with my choices.
Careful breeding? You don't like Tevinter? Your family is angry with you? Why not go back?
What did you mean by generations of careful breeding?
The great families of Tevinter don't have children. They refine traits, weed out the undesirable, and promote the rest.
How cold-blooded.
My mother was chosen for my father because magic runs strongly in her blood. Never mind that they loathed
Good
each other.
God, how'd they get on with
They
the act of
wanted a son
procreation?
who could become Archon to make House Parvis the envy of the Imperium. They got me. A cautionary tale that you should be careful what you wish for.
Your family's angry with you.
Why would your family be upset with your choices?
Because I rejected their idyllic plan. If they had their way, by now I'd be married to some unlucky girl from a powerful family. We'd live in luxurious despair, despising each other as I waited to take my father's place in the magisterium. I declined the honor, and thus it's best I'm far from home. Less of an embarrassment that way, you see.
Don't think you're an embarrassment, sweet Dorian. You are exactly as you're meant to be.
I'm getting the impression that you don't care much for your homeland.
On the contrary, I care for my homeland a great deal. There's so much potential. Sadly, we squander it. We refuse to acknowledge how far we've fallen because pretending is easier. We pretend the Qunari can be beaten. We pretend that we're superior to everyone, even our own people. Not everyone feels that way. I don't. Sadly, we're the minority.
But why do you care?
It just seems... So much of what you say about the Imperium is entirely negative.
It might sound that way, For all our faults, my people have many virtues. We are laden with history and culture. Tevinter is where Thedas truly began, remember? We treasure our past and preserve it. You can walk down a side street and find nothing built during the modern ages.
Which is cool.
And despite appearances, we care deeply about everything. We have no reserve, not in war and not in love. If I truly believed my homeland was beyond all hope, I wouldn't miss it so much.
So why not go back? Make the
Why
changes you
remain
want to
with the
see.
Inquisition? Why not go back to Tevinter?
I'm not exactly welcome back home.
You don't need to be with your
Not that it
parents.
matters. I'm quite accustomed to being a pariah. It adds to my charm.
Damn straight it does.
I can do more for Tevinter here. If the Venatori succeed, it'll set my homeland back 1,000 years.
No kidding.
I'm sure some magisters would disagree, but that's why we kill them.
Ha!
I think I've heard enough.
That's too bad. I never tire of talking about myself.
Have you seen Alexius? No, tell me more about the Imperium, apparently. Did I have more to ask about the Imperium?
I'd like to ask you about Tevinter.
Ah, yes. Everyone outside the Imperium always seems quite fascinated by it.
It's a very different
Probably
place.
why they come up with so many ridiculous tales. Flying cows over Minrathous. That's madness.
No kidding.
All right, that one's actually true, but the cows didn't have wings.
Spell
I
gone wrong?
digress. Anything in particular you
Must have been a
wanted to
spell
know?
gone wrong. Oh, so what have we got? Oh, God. I don't really need to know any of this, to be honest.
That's all I wanted
I've heard
to
it all
know.
before.
Fair enough.
Have you seen Alexius?
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Is he now? I have to go visit him if I can see him down there.
Before they locked him up,
I don't think I can, though.
he looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to.
I realize it's now your job to judge him.
All I ask is, if you do, show him mercy.
He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake.
I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Of course. I will be very merciful, don't you worry. Ah, Fiona. Bloody Fiona. Hi.
Greetings, Inquisitor. That is your title now, yes?
Yes.
I should thank you. The way things ended in Redcliffe, you could have demanded anything you wished.
I needed the mages.
Yet you chose to make us equal partners. I was not expecting that.
You're not equal partners. The mages are useful. I believe in your cause.
Having you here willingly can only make us stronger.
Fair enough. Huh. I've been a Grey Warden, Grand Enchanter, leader of a rebellion, and now I am none of those things. Odd where fate takes you, as you're no doubt well aware.
Everything is well?
I trust everything is well with the mages.
We're mostly relieved. An alliance with the Inquisition offers security, although who knows for how long.
As long as I can,
I'll leave
alright?
you to it.
That's the only answer I can give you.
Before you go,
Oh
Inquisitor,
god, really?
a question.
This is about,
In Redcliffe,
what's his
after we
name?
left,
Alistair.
did you perhaps speak with King Alistair?
I did not.
Considering who you are?
He wasn't in the mood to talk.
No kidding, he was
It's
pissed.
just that I knew his father, Marek.
Oh, you
back when
knew
I was
him,
a
alright.
warden.
I could introduce you. That's interesting. And...
Oh, that's rather interesting. Does he know that?
No, he doesn't. And he shouldn't. I only wanted to know if he was happy. His father had such hopes for him. Don't mind me, Inquisitor. The concerns of an old woman. Nothing more.
I still don't like you. Ooh, XP. Read. No!
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
No! Go away! Carry on.
I'll leave you to it.
This. The veil. Information, if I can be able to read that at any point in time, which is unlikely. Is there? Ooh, I can read this book. The follow of General Not Sheraton. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Helisma. Hi.
For you, Inquisitor. I am to serve as assistant to any research.
What happened to
concerned.
Maeve? Didn't I save
You'll
Maeve?
find my skills are exceptional.
I saved
and They
Maeve!
prove useful.
You replaced Maeve.
You're taking over the duties of Maeve?
What happened to her?
Yes. She said she
Oh,
was
okay.
needed
Fair.
elsewhere, and
I did
that
save her.
should
All
serve the
good.
Inquisition to
Never
the best
mind.
of my ability.
What is she
And
doing?
I don't think
I
you
wasn't
have the
told.
tranquil symbol on your forehead. It's really weird. Where... I don't care. Bye.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
I don't care. Do I have any research to turn in? Probably not. Oh, there you go. 1. Anything else? Any books? Nope. Okay. Next level. Examine. On the condition of your charges. Dear Liliana, you'll be happy to learn that your friends are doing well. Schmooples II is still unhappy about his meal plan and tries to get to the pantry. I had to have a bolt installed, and now he whines constantly. The 2 little ones are still a handful, but good news! I've managed to discourage Boulette from relieving herself on the silk rug Justinia gave you. Oh dear. Felician? I don't know. From 2 doors over, has been visiting almost every day to play with the nugs. She's quite delightful. And Schmooples II is fond of her. I suspect it is because she brings him sweets from my father's shop. I had to ask her governess to keep her from visiting the house, however, as someone tried to infiltrate it 2 nights ago. Oh dear. An agent of one of the Blanchards, hoping to uncover some of the Nightingale's secrets. Dicks. I neutralized and interrogated him. Wow, this person's cool. His ability to withstand questioning was deplorable. Someone needs to talk to the Blanchards about their spies. All I had to do was put Schmooples II in his face. And all I had him for the creature that day. Oh wow. Your pet played his part admirably. I received your orders and will depart for Ferelden as soon as possible. I have arranged for Garda to take over nud keeping. Sparrow. I believe it was in the first game, Origins, Liliana had a pet nug. That's what that's relating to. Let's find Liliana. Hey!
I'm sorry.
Cullen magically appears.
So am I.
The names of those we lost. You must blame me for this.
Why would I blame you? I blame Corypheus. Now that you mention it, it was your fault, bitch. I don't know why you think it's your fault. How would
We
it
all
be your
saw who
fault?
attacked us.
What?
We know exactly who to blame. I keep wondering if I could have done something different. When the first
Survivor's
of my
guilt.
lookouts went missing, I pulled the rest back, awaiting more information. If they'd stayed in the field, they could have bought us more time.
Yeah, but the
I
stupid,
was afraid
they'd
to
be
lose
dead.
my agents. And instead, we lost Haven.
But you still have your agents. I mean, that's kind of positive. You care for your men. Or we could have lost both. Learn from this.
More likely, they would have stayed out there, died, and we would have lost Haven anyway. You don't know that. Their lives could have bought Haven a small chance. My people know their duty. They know the risks. They understand that the Inquisition may call upon them to give their lives.
Our men are not disposable. Oh, she doesn't like that. Oops.
Our people
Too late.
aren't tools to be used and discarded. Your instincts were right. Their lives matter. Can we afford such sentimentality? What if Corypheus? We're better than Corypheus.
I seriously don't know how to not harden poor Liliana. I always turn her into such a hard, cold woman.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies.
Any choice I
Our
made would
agents
have earned
will
me
monitor the
enemies.
situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
No killing. Always looking to gain. I am not afraid.
You're always looking for some way to benefit, aren't you? It's what I'm here for. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
You must miss Justinia.
The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling? Oh, you are referring to my outburst in the Haven. I am much better now.
Good to hear.
Justinia was such a dear friend, and there were so many things going wrong.
Tell me about it. Does anything ever go right? Best not to dwell.
Things going wrong? I'm shocked. I was there when the hero Ferelden defeated the
I
Archdemon.
know.
We won the day, and I thought the Maker smiled on me. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
Everybody has emotions.
As long as you do your work, I don't care how emotional you get. A practical view of things.
I try to be practical.
Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
There are no more pleasant thoughts. Any updates?
Anything I should know? It seems that the Olesian army is awaiting our next move.
That's nice of them.
Some of the generals are sympathetic to our cause. Others are still suspicious. Our actions are under a great deal of scrutiny.
I'm not surprised.
I'll leave you to your work.
Where does this door actually lead? Nowhere. Okay, well that answers that question. And that's a rug. Again, leading nowhere. Is there anything else? Ooh, yep, something to read. You guys have nothing for me.
Sister Leliana will want access to the birds. Get the cages up here. Quickly.
Oh yeah, since Leliana's hideout's kind of here, this is where all her birds are. And then she sends them up through that hole, and they send messages to the world. Note found in Skyhold's rookery. Nah. And nobody else? Because I can't speak to you. Nope, okay, well let's head back down. Just trying to think. I have to be able to access the door on this level, because that's how I get to Vivian. Where was the door? I need to be able to get through this door. Where is the door? I swear that's what the door is supposed to be. Then where the hell's Vivian? Where is Vivian chilling? Oh, okay, until they fix all that up. She's just in the front yard, okay. I forget that nothing's perfect since we've still got rudimentary structures going at the moment. Never mind, we will head to the front. And Varric's on the battlements, so he's not going to be in his normal spot. Anybody here? God, this place is a mess. It needs to be fixed, alright. Whew, that's bright. Lovely Skyhold. Isn't it beautiful? So this is Cullen's tower, but pathway to get there from Solus's place is out at the moment, so you have to go around the external stairs to get into his place. Oh, I love, I know I said this in Skyrim as well, I love anything with greenery growing on it. I think it's beautiful. It's such an imposing scene of the throne room. But anywho, let's head on down. Speak to Madam Bitch.
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
You're right, don't look at me. You can blame me later.
I didn't choose Haven. Cassandra and Leliana did.
Accepting a bad choice blindly is hardly a virtue, darling. You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
Mind your own business. I'm so tempted to tell her that. It worked in our favor. Crivius will pay for this. I couldn't save them all. So much depends on my god, they all suck. The only one that's good is to tell her to buzz out. Worked in our favor. Crivius will pay for this.
I'm not going to forgive what happened at Haven. Corypheus will answer for what he's done.
You're angry. Good. Anger can save you when everything else is gone.
Anger is
Just
bad.
make sure you put it to good use.
Don't do anything in
Our enemy
anger.
advances, Inquisitor.
Arrgh.
You must not sit idly
You were
by.
totally on my bad list.
Act first and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
She's going against her own advice. She's saying now to act first and think later. But she just dissed the mages for doing the exact same thing. the mages rebelled without having a plan of what to do afterwards, and she was all crazy about that, and now she's suggesting the same thing. It's such a hypocrite, Vivian.
Can I assist you?
I want to help the circle.
Is there anything I can do
Like
to help your
hell I
efforts at
do.
restoring the circle?
After the circles fell, their libraries were plundered by scavengers.
Not surprised.
1,000 years of recorded knowledge in the hands of bandits. It makes me sick to think of
Oh,
it.
I wouldn't go that far.
I've received news that some tomes have been located. If
Oh, you want me to
interested in
find
writing this log.
books? Sure, why not? I like
I'll
books
look
though.
into it
I'm happy
for
with. I like books.
If you can take care of this matter, the circle would be in your debt.
Circle doesn't exist, love. Circle doesn't exist.